What's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. DD out here in Los Angeles. Chris is in Pittsburgh. Dan is in Cape Cod. We're gonna hear from him here in a little bit. Christopher, how you feeling? It's the Brunch Breakdown. What's up?
I'm good, man. I know Dan said he was going to Cape Cod, but I do wonder if he may have made a detour to personally report from the Canadian wildfires. I don't know. That's kind of his thing. He's been our main source on what's happening in Canada, and he sent us a video. I haven't watched it yet, so I'll be interested to see if it's like him at the beach or him in the flames. We're gonna find out one way or another, and it's gonna be an action-packed episode. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna be talking about Brian Johnson. If you don't know about him, you're gonna know here in a couple seconds. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got an awesome weirdest stuff we saw in the video, and weirdest stuff we saw on the internet this week. And also, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift had 20-minute vows, 20 minutes apiece. We're going to talk about that as well. We got beer, we got music, we got more. It's the Brunch Breakdown. Christopher, let everybody know where they can find this thing.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and we have a hard out today, so I'm just going to be simple, straight to the point.
Let's go.
Google the Brunch Breakdown, follow, subscribe, listen to our episodes, watch our videos. Anyway, you can listen and watch. You can find us in those places where you can listen and watch. Let's get after it, man.
Yeah, let's just do it. All right, Christopher, get it off your chest. Let's go.
Yeah, I wanna recognize a group of people who don't get enough clout. They don't get enough credit for what they have to do in their careers on a daily basis. Because it's funny actually, Didi. I think at some point in the group chat, I think I sent it out to you and Dan where it was like the most like miserable jobs to work or whatever. And we were all acknowledging that like, oh, we've worked a lot of these in the past before. But one of them that was not on there, Didi, that I think we need to recognize, I think almost 100% positive. The worst job that anybody could ever have is like the Verizon sales guy at the entrance of Costco. I cannot imagine a worse job than being the dude who's trying to get people to switch carriers when they are in there with a list, knowing what they want to get on their way into Costco. And you just get, I mean, Didi, I've been rejected. I've been rejected in my life many, many times. No one faces more rejection than that guy. He doesn't even get 5 words into his pitch most of the time. Most of the time it's like, hey, sir, how you doing? Not interested. Like, damn, that's a hard way to live. And Didi, you and I have both worked promotions. We've both worked in situations together and separately where we've been like put in a position where we're gonna give you a table, we're gonna give you a tent, we're gonna put you in a packed social setting, and you got to start just engaging with people who don't want to talk to you. So we've done a little bit of it, but this guy does it from open to close, dusk till dawn, every damn day of the week. And I'll admit, every single time I tell him, I'm on the family plan, brother. I don't need it. I don't need it. Thank you for your time. And I keep on walking. But I do acknowledge the fact that that's a tough job. And they probably don't get paid enough to do what they do on a daily basis. So shout out to you, Verizon worker trying to get people to switch your plans at Costco. I think you might be working the most miserable job in America.
Wow. It's those things you don't think about that much. And this is the first thing I thought about when you said this was like, wow, man, like, what's it feel like to have like the hex-clad pan guy, like a couple aisles down getting all the love and no one's buying those pans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's buying those pans, but they're getting all the love.
That's
right?
true.
The jewelry lady, the bag person, like, they're getting so much love. And I've never seen anybody in the checkout. When you're at Costco checkout, lines can be pretty freaking long. And so you're standing there for a while. You see what everybody's got. We all got the same shit. We all got water, paper towels, random frozen food, maybe some meat from the deli or whatever. Maybe even a birthday cake. But I never see nobody walk out with no X-clad pan, the knives, all that stuff. No one's ever doing that, but they get all the love. But the people at the front, because there's like AT&T, Verizon, and Apple. and
Yeah.
they're always trying to stop me as soon as I get in the store. And I just look at them like, bruh, no. Like, and I hate their, and it's like they need to find a new pitch though, right? Maybe we can work on this on a brunch breakdown when Dan's here. He's the marketing guy. So like, they need to figure out something to say to you other than, "Hey man, what kind of cell phone you got?
Yeah.
What's your like? Oh, it's like, what's your plan? Like, you think I'm thinking that's gonna stop me? No, it's not. Who's that stopping? I don't
Yep.
know.
That's a good point. Like a lot about sales is like trying to mask it as not actually being sales, right? You want to start a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
And I can't tell you how many times I go to different places and they're like, "Hey man, how's your day going?" It's like, "No, dude, I know you don't want to talk to me about my
E-
day. I know you
exactly.
don't want to." So we got to come up, like you said, maybe we have like just like a marketing workshop episode, and
Mm,
we're just like,
writing this down.
what one-liners can these guys use that's gonna help them in their job? Because it's a tough gig. It's a tough gig. And dude, I didn't think about that, but you're right. Like even the person with the massage chair
Dude,
always has someone sitting in it. Like
when's the
always.
last you ever see somebody with a massage chair walking out of Costco? No. What?
I'm telling you. And then like not to mention the fact that half the people that go to Costco go there in large part because they know they're getting free food while they walk around the place. There are so many other people to stop and talk to in Costco that are more interesting than that guy.
Yes. Like, yes. It's, dude, it's unreal how, like, I never thought about that. Like, they are literally like the only people who don't get love in Costco. Like,
It's yeah. I mean it's the worst sales job in America. And I think
oh,
if you do have good numbers in that job, like and you're somebody else running a business and you want to grow, you want to scale, find the guy or girl who does that job at Costco that has the best sales numbers and then hire them because they're going to grow your
oh,
business.
yeah, dude. This, we're on to something. Our marketing workshop episode is going to be solid. I'm hyped for this. We all three of us just need to be on an episode together. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
All right. I want to get this off my chest. Just yesterday in general was just one of those days that you're just like, Jesus Christ. Um, so starts out like this. 8 a.m. Major's got a basketball game. 9 a.m. Sersha's got a basketball game. In between that, after Major's game, Siobhan comes in with Sersha to drop her off for the game, and takes Major and Mayhem to a birthday party. Then I, after Sersha's game's over, take Sersha to Knott's Berry Farm. For anybody who's not familiar, it's an amusement park. It's basically the same size as Kennywood. Like that's how maybe it's a little bit bigger, but like it's Kennywood. It's not Six Flags. It's more like it's more like Kennywood, right? And we're there like for I don't know 6 hours or so yesterday, and like in the insane heat.
Hmm.
And thank God my daughter's a thrill seeker because like that actually made yesterday fun. Because I was like, if I would have had to sit here in the kids land called like Camp Snoopy for like most of the time, I would have just wanted to like die yesterday. But it was like actually fun and went fast. And like when your kid's like, she's basically 8 years old. She'll be 8 in 3 months. And it's pretty crazy when you see when you're just like, wow, you're like a good hang. This is fun. Like I
Nice.
this was fun. So yeah. But anyways, then after we're done there, we drive back home, and then I go out. Then we go out celebrate our friend Chriselle's birthday, and it was at a place called Hamburger Mary's, which is a drag queen restaurant. They put on these crazy performances, and I'm just like, man, these drag queens are amazing, and just athleticism out the fucking just insane. Anyways, so partying, we do this whole thing where we go around, tell speeches to each other, and I tell everybody like why they love this person. And I was like, and I just thought it was like this really special moment. There weren't that many people. Usually, sometimes like when Chriselle has these parties, there's a lot of people, but there was like basically like a solid 10 of us, and we're like all true friends. We're all there. It was great, and I just thought like when it's your friend's birthday, like you really should like go around and like say something about them. Like, and I don't know if it's just now, like maybe I wouldn't have thought this way if I saw this. Maybe I would have thought it was stupid if I was like 21 and everybody was doing this or maybe whatever. But now that I'm just like, we're we're in our 40s. It's like you really should tell people how you feel about them. And like, and it doesn't have to be all the time. It's just like when it's birthdays and you're all gathered for something, you should take a moment, look around, and say something to each other. And I just think it was a really cool moment in a crazy, crazy day that ended at like 1 a.m. And now I'm up doing the brunch breakdown with you. And the kids are watching Descendants or something. The new Descendants movie just came out. And, one's still asleep, Siobhan's still asleep. But, it just stuck with me. Like you gotta tell your people, how you feel about them. And that was one of the things I got from a fun, crazy day and last night. Tell people how you feel.
I agree.
There you go.
That makes a lot of sense. I think, especially as you get older, like the people that you have relationships with, like as you get older, you just have less bandwidth for like a lot of different close relationships because you got so much shit going
Yeah.
on. So like the people you still stay connected with, that right there means that they're like a meaningful person to you. But do they know that unless you tell them? Like
Yeah.
you should probably tell them. And you also made me think like about being in your 20s. Most of the time, when your friend had a birthday, again, back then you had more bandwidth to just do more things with more friends. It was
Yeah.
really just an opportunity for you to party, right? And
Yeah.
like
True.
your birthday present for them was like you bought them one drink, but you were there to party for yourself, right?
Yes. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it wasn't quite the same. There wasn't quite the same sentiment behind it, but there is now. So I agree with you. It's like
Yeah.
that one opportunity to do so. Because otherwise, yeah, you don't want to do it all the time because then you're just that like sappy emo kid that like people don't want to have around because he's like, it's like too much. It's like, I get
Dude,
it. I get it. You like me. Okay.
dude, that reminds me of something like when Megan Abbott turned 21, you guys were like, "Oh yeah, like Megan's over here, we're gonna go." And I was like, "Who the fuck is Megan?" And
But
I am
you went, didn't
but
you?
but I went, I'm in Shotsky pictures with Megan. I don't know Megan. I don't know Megan's people. Like I don't know any of these people. I know her now. She's great. I know that. I know her now. But it was like back then, I was like, I don't know this person. I left that place being like, who is that? I don't know. Then I met Megan. Like then I actually feel like I met Megan months later.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, okay,
I
got it.
mean, I had that countless times with you and your friends from like back
Oh
home
yeah,
and from
yeah.
college. Like I somewhat know many of them. I closely know like one to two of them. But on all those other occasions, I was like, yeah, I'm just here because people are drinking.
Do you remember the first time you hung out with a bunch of my friends? And
Uh, was it at Hat's apartment in Green Tree? I vividly
okay,
remember going, or Kevin's apartment in Green Tree, or did they live together?
okay, it may have started there, but the thing I remember was being at that bar in Station Square that we used to go to like start the night
Oh yeah,
before we
yeah, yeah.
walked down to barroom. And you're looking around and you're just like, I'm never hanging out with you guys again. Why am I so short here?
I know, dude. You and all of your friends are like 6'2" or taller. And I was like, I'm I'm 5'10", 5'11". I'm not short, but like you guys make me look like I'm an extremely short individual. And I was like, when I'm around skyscraper, like I'm not like no girls are paying attention to me. You guys are all tall. Like, they can't even see me. There's too many people. I was like, I gotta hang out with so I would hang out with Steve and Kevin,
Yeah.
because we were more normal sized. We would try to like kind of go off to the side and just be separate.
I always think about that. I just think it's the funniest thing. You just looked at me like I'm not hanging out with you guys.
I don't know what's in the water in Wellsburg to get everybody being
Oh,
6'5".
there's a lot of stuff in there. I don't know. I don't know. Oh man. Well, let's get to Dan. Let's see what Dan's talking about today, man.
Let's get to Dan.
He's in Cape Cod. We've got some fun texts from Dan that we can't repeat. So excited to hear what this is about.
Gentlemen, how we doing? Listen, reason I'm not there this week. I think we all know why. You heard the pod about this time last year, and here we go again. Canada's on fire, and I decided to do boots on the ground this year and get on the scene, talk to the people, report what's going on here. What's going on here? And so I've been all throughout New England, at a stop in New York. Quite a hazy day around Queens in New York City. A lot of haze, a lot of smoke. Continued the journey up to Boston, where things actually got actually a little bit clear, and have spent the last few days on Cape Cod, just interviewing the people and being on the ground and seeing what's going on. It's been a mixed bag. It's been a mixed bag, but it turns out it's worse back home in Pittsburgh, where I left to do this investigation. The air quality is worse. The smoke is worse there. So, Chris, please give us the bird's eye view, the firsthand report, what's going on in the Burgh. Because I came to New England, where forecasted to be bad. But it's like I said, it's been mixed. It's been mixed reports. But listen, that's the problem. How is it affecting us? We're canceling baseball games. Canada's on fire, and no one gives a shit about Canada. So I'm here for Canada. Okay? Maybe next year at this time, I make my way up to Canada. Little fearful that this is just becoming a season. Fall, spring, winter, Canada wildfires, and just report, just rinse and repeat. Or like it's, cicadas come up every couple of years. Is this a cicada year, or is this a Canadian wildfire smoke year? Is this the lanternfly year? I don't know. I feel like this is just where we are, unfortunately. But I'm here. And part of the reason I also came up here, Dee Dee, you were at the Cape not that long ago, and you said get the Cape traffic. Well,
Hey!
There she is. The Cape traffic. Great suggestion. Great suggestion. I don't know if it was worth skipping a week on the pod to do this, to grab this beer, but I picked up my things and I did it, and I have it, and I thank you, my friend. So I'll be enjoying this for the next couple of days. Still reporting here on the ground until I'm back in action with you boys. Hopefully, both of you next week, and looking forward to that. And Canada, thinking of you, and thinking of you, boys. And hope to talk to you next week.
I do kind of feel bad for Canada, because like
Yeah.
we've beat. Not only are they dealing with the wildfires, but it's coming off of like we beat them in hockey and women's hockey. We beat them in men's hockey. We beat them in sled hockey. Like it's a rough year for Canada.
It really is a rough year for Canada. No Stanley Cup again.
Mm. Kind of
Like,
close too, and then didn't.
yeah, close. Like they've been close. Yeah, like it's tough for Canada, and like I don't know if they care about the World Cup, but like that didn't go well. Like I don't know how they feel about it, but like didn't do it.
Yeah,
So
rough times. It
yeah.
has been bad here in Pittsburgh. So yeah, Dan made the right move by leaving. I thought it was gonna be worse for him because I remember seeing from that like New England area, it was like the sky was like orange and shit. It looked ridiculous, but then I guess timing worked out for Dan. So good for you, Dan. We'll just be coughing our way through the smog down here. I thought he was gonna make a probably inappropriate joke about, well, it was hazy in the sky, so I got myself a hazy IPA.
Dude, I thought he was gonna do that too, because he said haze like 20 times. I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna say something like that too, but then no, he didn't. He just kept straight Anderson Cooper in it, and he was
Well,
letting us know what was going down.
he's a professional. He's a professional reporter, so he knew the right thing to do.
Yeah, dude, he's great. But yeah, we have a friend who's like from upstate New York, and like they were like sending her pictures of like the orange sky and stuff. So like I don't exactly know how any of that works, how the air travels. I know like if you were in Michigan this and you were basically like fucked. I don't know. So
Yep.
no idea how any of that works.
I don't know.
But yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some brews. Christopher, what are you sipping on this week?
Yeah, so yesterday I shared a beer with my wife because she has had this beer and she's kind of like taken on a second identity.
Okay.
And so I wanted to try it to see what happened to me. The beer is called Ruby Rex, and it is a grapefruit IPA from the great state of Wisconsin, from
Speak
my
my language.
favorite, yeah, right, from my favorite brewery, Raised Grain. And it's a pretty solid, like high 7%, close to 8% IPA. All right. When my wife had one, I don't know. Something changed. Something changed. She was a little bit more giggling than usual. She was she was telling more jokes and stuff. And I was like, wow, what they put in this beer? To the point where I said her alternate ego is Ruby Rex. That's her name. That's her name is Ruby Rex. So I had it. It was delicious. When the first sip I tasted, I said, "Oh my God, this is good," because you get the grapefruit. It is like very, very citrusy. So, love the taste, love the experience, and shout out to my wife Ruby Rex for the recommendation.
Dude, that is nice. Nice. So beer making Katie a little bit more frisky. All right. I like it.
How
Good,
about you,
you know,
Didi?
good luck.
What were you sipping on? Was it the birthday party yesterday? Anything
Ooh,
good, or what was going on?
smoked pineapple old fashions last night.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, yeah. And
That'll
it's
get you.
funny, you know, when you just like drink things that are like really sweet, dude. My mouth feels like, and I, brushed my teeth last night. All mouthwash, all things. I still feel like it's in my mouth, like, like. But it was so good. Smoked pineapple, you just every time it was awesome. So yeah, smoked pineapple old fashioned. I love any kind of old fashioned, but this was great. Smoked pineapple, just
There you
great.
go. All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. Well, cheers, sir.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
All right. Dude, I'm so hyped that Dan got the Cape traffic because that's nice. Because he called me the other day. He called me like Thursday afternoon or something. I was like, "What's the beer? I need to know right now, like right now." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I don't know
Emergency.
where he was, but it was like right now. And then it was like, "Okay," and then hung up.
That's
So
a Dan. That's a Dan
yeah,
emergency. Yeah.
but it was like right now. So yeah. Oh, well, let's get into the main menu. Christopher, you are the fitness man. Let's get into your topic. Let's go. What you got?
Yeah, man, let's get into it. So this one's weird. This dude Brian Johnson, we've talked about him I think once on the podcast before. Okay, but he is like he's trying to prove I think like how long he can live based on quite literally doing everything quote unquote right. Like he has his own medical team that he pays millions of dollars for. I believe I heard he pays like $1 to $2 million a year in supplements that he takes. He's very, I believe he's been very out in the open about like trying to avoid or minimize sunlight exposure as much as possible, which I would argue is maybe not the smartest thing, but like he does a lot of stuff, right? That would like cause you to live your life differently, but he's doing it, I think, to prove how long he can live. And then the big news in the fitness industry that came out over the past week is that he has been diagnosed, it says, with an autoimmune gastritis, which is like a stomach issue. It's incurable. It's a chronic condition. Now, the good news is it's not a thing that is like life-threatening, but it is something that's like there's no cure for it, so it's gonna probably bother him for the rest of his life, unless now I think he wants to devote a lot of what he's doing to like trying to find a cure for this incurable disease. But as you might imagine, and I want to be careful here because like it's in very poor taste to make fun of somebody who has just been diagnosed with an incurable disease, right? Like that's in very poor taste. But obviously, it has taken the fitness industry by storm with people saying like, haha, this proves it. This guy who says he's going to live to be like 140 years old, look what happened to you. Now you have a stomach disease. So it is pretty ironic. Like if we're being honest about it, it is pretty ironic that you pay millions and millions of dollars to live optimally and then this happens.
Listen, is a guy that I've made fun of since the day the day I've like learned his name. If I can't keep making fun of him now, like I'm not going to stop making fun of him now. Like, here's the thing. I'm making like if someone told you that they were chain smoking cigarettes all the time, then all of a sudden they were like, dude, I got cancer. That's what this is. Like you take all these supplements, guys, that's not good for you. I'm no expert. I'm not a doctor. You do all these things. That's not good for you. It's just not. Like you like one, the whole trying to live forever thing is just the dumbest thing of all time. Like who was going to try this other than you? Nobody. Like you're doing this for yourself. And you're talking about him trying to fight to, you know, find a cure for this disease. This guy's too selfish to do that. This whole thing was selfish. He has his son acting like him and doing these weird things with sperm and their blood and all that shit. Like this guy.
That's right. Didn't you mention at one point he's like tracking his son's erections or something like that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, tracks his son's erections, like does this weird shit with blood and like both their blood and like no, like this guy. I don't want anybody to die. I hope this guy does not die. But
Right.
it's just that when you do all these things, I don't know what you expect to happen to your body because your body's not supposed to work like that. There are certain things that you can do, like you talk about them all the time, because they're actually natural things that you can do to help yourself. You know, when people are like, I can't build muscle, I can't do this, like you to help people be like, oh, wait, I can actually do that. All those things make sense. What this guy's doing is trying to like trick your body into doing something it can't do. It's like he's like playing God. And I don't fuck with people who are like, I'm gonna try to play God. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good. Like, I don't care what your religious beliefs are, but like if you're gonna be somebody who's like, I'm gonna try to play God, I'm like, nah, I ain't playing. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. None of us knows what happens when we leave here, but like I'm just, you know, I just want to be safe. You know what I'm saying? I want to be safe. Like I went to church my whole life. There's certain things I can't forget. So I'm just like, hey, like, you know, I want to be safe. Like that's all. And like when you get with this guy who's like just trying to just trick the universe, play God, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't have sympathy for you. Maybe I have sympathy for his son. I don't have sympathy for you. Like nah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think you can over optimize. Like I think you absolutely can, to the point where like then you cause other problems. I think and I see more of it. Like sometimes I'm interested in asking you and Dan questions about this stuff. Just because like my feeds are obviously so
Yeah.
fitness heavy, right? That like I'm in it. And like when you're in it, you think everybody else it knows and sees the same stuff too, but in reality they don't. But like in my feeds, a lot of what I'm seeing nowadays too is like peptides, people injecting themselves with different things,
Oh.
coaches and trainers now selling peptide regimens. And like I've made a couple posts about this where I'm just like, I don't know that like the human body was designed for us to be injecting stuff on a daily and weekly basis. Like some people need it, right? I would imagine at some point in my life, I'm going to get to a point where like my testosterone levels, they naturally decline as you get older, that I might do testosterone replacement to help improve quality of life. But my goal is to do that when I'm like 60, not 35, right? And I see like young coaches and trainers like on the internet doing this stuff and then telling people they should do it too. And this Brian Johnson guy, it's like, I don't know that I haven't followed him closely enough to know if he's like telling people to do exactly what he's doing, but he's showing everybody what he's doing and he's claiming that it's going to help him live forever, which like ipso facto is going to convince a lot of people that they should be doing it too. And I just think like, I don't know, for millions of years, humans weren't doing this stuff. And now all of a sudden we're doing it and thinking that like that's the way, even though humans have evolved over time without doing any of this stuff. I think normally the answer is like three basic things done consistently is going to help you live to be 100 if you want to. And it's like exercising, eating nutritious foods, and getting enough sleep. Like, I think if you just do those three things, you're going to live a really happy life, healthy life, have high quality of life for as long as you possibly can. And like these things, man, that are out there, I think it's actually dangerous and more harmful to people than like what I talk about. But what I talk about isn't sexy.
Dude, it's all very dangerous. I just think about like with supplements in general. I just think I don't know. I just think about them and like if you take them, that's fine. But like if you're just like stacking supplement on supplement on supplement on supplement, it turns into like where there are people who have had like this same disease because they took Advil every day because of like pain.
Mm,
So like they had severe pain in like their back or their knees or something like that. So they took Advil every day. And then all of a sudden they got this
yeah.
because they took Advil every day. And I just feel like, and I know taking supplements is not like taking Advil, not like taking Tylenol all the time or whatever, but like once you just keep stacking thing on thing on thing on thing on thing, all of that can't be good together. I
Yeah.
don't
Like, how do they interact?
yeah, like all of that can't do, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it can't be good. It's like one or two. Okay, got it. But like if you're taking several and it's all just going together, like what it turns into like you just, you know, grabbing ketchup and mustard and hot sauce and barbecue sauce and just like drinking it and just being like, you know, let's see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
It's like all those things are good, but like you don't need to put them into a glass and drink them all together. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of that kind of that too, man, because like this is an autoimmune issue with the stomach. And he said in one of his quotes, he said, essentially, my stomach is eating itself. And
Yeah.
like, I thought of your point actually exactly because I think well I'll just put it this way, I've known people that have done what you just said. They like take ibuprofen every day for 5 years because their doctor said like it'll help with this one thing. But then what it slowly does is like tears away at the lining of their stomach and then they have gut issues. So they like help fix the one problem but created three new ones
Yeah.
that then they have to solve. And then you patch that with something else, but then that creates more problems. And like this is actually how people have their health deteriorate. It's like the same thing of like, as you get older, if you haven't exercised, you fall and you break a bone. And let's say you're like 55, 60, you fall, you break a bone. Okay, fine, that bone heals. But in the process of that bone healing, you start to walk slightly different, right? And then you baby that side. And then you do that long enough, and then pain travels upstream and downstream. So maybe like you break your hip and you get that repaired, but then it causes some back issues and maybe it causes some knee pain. And then those cause you to like kind of act a little bit differently and move a little bit differently. And then all of a sudden you're dealing with chronic pain 5, 10 years later because of this one thing that happened. Like that happens to people all the time. And so to go back to like, what this guy's been doing, I just think like normally, if you're focused on just trying to like move consistently, and if you can like eat foods that came about into this world naturally, like if you're eating chicken, what's the ingredient in chicken? It's chicken.
It's chicken.
If you eat an apple, what's the ingredient in an apple?
Yeah.
It's an apple. Like if you just like do these basic things, dude, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, to go back to it, it is a shame, but it also is. I think he probably understands it as well. It is very much like, dude,
What?
told you so. Like, it's a rough spot for him to be in because that's a hard look when you've built your entire brand around I'm gonna live forever, you know?
Yeah. And also like and he may not be telling people to do this, right? But he's extremely popular.
Yeah.
And like I just think of it like when people say it's like, well, nobody told you what to do. It's like, no, but like the Kardashians didn't tell anyone to have plastic surgery. But then all of a sudden, every girl who wanted to be famous started to look like them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's still a dangerous thing, whether you told somebody to do it or not.
Yeah.
And
It's like as a parent, like the behavior that you model is what your kids are going to follow, right?
Yeah.
So if like you're flipping your shit all the time, you're going to raise kids that have insanely, volatile tempers. And you didn't
Yeah.
ever tell your kids to act that way, but they saw you act that way. And so like, no, they can't then down the road sue you because you acted that way, but you are by nature impacting people. And as a parent, you're impacting a small amount of people. As a dude with millions of followers who spends millions of dollars on supplements and is on like Good Morning America and all these TV shows, you are
Yep.
impacting a large amount of people. And so there's a responsibility that comes with that.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, good luck to you, Brian. I don't know what to tell you,
Good
but
luck. Real quick,
go ahead.
supplements.
Hit it.
Supplements. There's actually only three that we know that actually work. Like it's true. And this is what I tell people. And again, it's not sexy, but like there's three that have enough research behind them that have been proven time and time and time and time again that they do the thing that we say that they're going to do. If you want to know what those are, I'll tell you right now. Protein. Guess what? We know it helps you build muscle.
Okay, I know that one.
Number two, caffeine. Guess what? We know that it energizes you and increases performance in the gym. Okay, that's number two. And number three, probably the lesser known but getting very, very popular, is creatine. Okay, that's the third one. And it improves performance recovery. There's actually a lot of like other health benefits it has. Protein, caffeine, creatine. If you're taking something else, or if you're hearing somebody else talk about something else, we don't know if it works yet. So you could be wasting a lot of money on it. That's all.
Dude, creatine freaks me out, and here's why. I don't like how I'm very nervous about with my kids playing being in sports and whenever they're older, because like we have a friend who has like some teenage boys, and they play basketball and they're like really good at basketball, like on pretty like high level. Like probably one of these kids is gonna go D1 at some point. And they were talking to me about how they found out their son was taking creatine. And they were like, "Yeah, no, you're not doing this. Who told you to do this?" And it was like some coach told them to do that, whatever, whatever. And they're just like, "No, no, no, you're not doing this. This is stupid." And it just and creatine freaks me out because I remember when my friends started taking creatine to like get bigger and all this stuff and whatever, and a lot of them just got fat.
Well, I don't know that that was the creatine, but yeah.
A lot of them just got fat. And I just was like, I feel like if you're gonna do this, you really should be like working out or something. I don't know. Like
Yes.
listen, I'm not the expert. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just only can say what I saw. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know, man. Maybe you shouldn't be doing it. I don't think, and I just feel like you shouldn't be telling kids under 18 that they should be taking things. Like
Oh,
maybe
for sure. Yeah.
like I don't know. Like I don't know what LeBron James was taking, but I have a feeling might not have been taking anything. Like I don't know, like what, like it's just something about the under 18s and everybody just, dude, and everybody talking about like how there's all these off-season workout programs for kids in like middle school.
Yeah.
What are we doing? And all that just like terrifies me and makes me think like they're making kids take a bunch of shit. And I'm like, no, we gotta reel this in. We gotta
So
reel it in.
again, man, like things that I can tell you that aren't sexy but are actually proven to be true. I don't know how to tell kids what to take. That is not my specialty. So if anybody's like, should my kid take creatine? What I would tell them is like everything we know about it is 100% safe. Your body naturally produces creatine already, so you're just like supplementing and giving your
Yeah.
body a bit more of it. But like a lot of people take it overboard and will take like 10, 15, 20 grams a day. And like if you take 3 to 5 grams a day just consistently, you don't get stomach problems. You don't run into any of like the massive bloating or anything else like that. And it gives your body what it needs. So it's like it's safe if you do it the right way. I don't know how to assign it to kids, but also if you take creatine and you are not exercising at all, then we need to
Like,
maybe more critically think like, why are you taking it then? You
yeah.
know, like I don't know that it's gonna benefit you the way that you want. And yeah, dude, those off-season like little dad brunch sidebar here.
Yeah.
Um,
Go.
if you want your kids to be good at athletics, and I'm not talking about a professional athlete, I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm talking about if you want your kids to be able to like make the varsity team in high school, and they are elementary, middle schoolers right now, the things that they need to do to get there is so small. Because I mean, like think back to when you were in high school, there were kids that played football. A lot of the kids that were on the football team, to me back then, seemed massive, right? They seemed like they were jacked, had huge muscles, like all this stuff. And then now, as you're older, you look at the kids playing high school, you're like, that kid barely fits into his uniform. Like he barely, like that helmet looks ridiculously big on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and that's because they're not actually as massive as they are. The thing that gets kids to be really athletic is coordination. It's not getting maximum amount of muscle mass at 15 years old. You know, it's not like, yeah, yes, speed helps, but it's like, can you like go from one leg to the other leg and then back to the other leg and like be able to balance and have that type of coordination? Can you jump up onto something and then land back down on something? Like those types of things are what make kids good athletes, not like the 5 day a week conditioning program that some Joe Schmo says that they need to do in addition to like their 5 sports supplements that they get a commission on. Like it's just the kids don't need that.
Dude, do you look like this is the part that just bothers me about youth sports all the time. It's like when you're at certain things and you're just like looking at these parents that are just going absolutely crazy. And I'm like, you're 5'7".
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
unless your wife walks in and she's 6'3", calm down. Like just calm down. Like it's not like the likelihood of it happening for you very low.
Yeah.
Telling you that right now. Just very low. Like we have friends, wife is 6'1" and athletic. I'm like, because I think it all comes from the mom. I really do. I think most athletes like it comes. I think it comes from the mom. That's where it comes from. So I be looking at moms. I'm like, okay, I see why you're yelling a lot. It might happen for you. Then I look over because it's like it's still I see the mom. But then you both walk in. She's 5'2", you're 5'8". Like, just have fun, guys.
Yeah.
Like so much of this shit is just it's just genetics. It's like you were talking about like because like I just think about the certain examples like Kevin Durant famously couldn't lift the bar to
Yeah.
bench at
Right.
the NBA Combine. He's fucking Kevin Durant.
I know he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter. Like Giannis came to Milwaukee. He was 6'9". After like a year and a half, he was 7'2". He was 7'1".
Mm.
And that's because he where he was from, he was so poor, he didn't have 3 square meals every day. He goes to Milwaukee, they just give him food and he grows. like like that's why all this stuff, that's why all the workout programs and they got to take this, they got to take that, it makes no sense to me because of like examples like that. And like there was a kid I went to college with where like he went to WVU as he was a running back all through school. WVU was like, you're gonna be a outside linebacker. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah. And they just made him take fucking shakes all the time or whatever. Next thing you know, he's yoked up and he looks like a completely different person. And that's because they were like, no, we see it in you. Like, yeah, you're a skinny kid, but you're gonna play outside linebacker. And then he was an outside linebacker. And by the end of the time at WVU, he was starting. So it's like, yeah, like this, yeah, like it none of that matters. If they see it, it is all coordination. It is all athleticism. It's like that's really what it is. Like,
Yeah.
because if somebody sees it in you, they'll turn you into that later on. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen in 8th grade. Like,
You added an important piece to the puzzle, Didi. I'm like coordination, balance, and you're like, feed your kids.
yep, feed them.
Yeah, that's also it too, man. If you're having your kid do the 5 day off-season conditioning program for the upcoming, girls basketball season, but then she's eating bologna sandwiches and hot dogs for dinner, like, sorry, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. No, not going to do it.
Speaking of somebody who probably did those programs, Didi, uh, I really want to talk about these vows that you mentioned.
Yeah, we got it. We have to do this now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got married on 4th of July. We all know this. Everybody knows this. But there's not that many details about the wedding other than this. They both had 20 minutes of vows. And that has been confirmed by several people. And they were all like, because of course they were there. So like it was beautiful. 20 minutes apiece vows. 40 minutes of vows. That's longer than my ceremony.
Dude, I had a full Catholic wedding, and that's almost longer than my wedding.
40 minutes of saying what in God's name? Like, this whole thing has been gross to me, but like have your party, do whatever you want, but 40 minutes? Like what the hell do you say? What do you say about Katie for 20 minutes?
Oh, bro, I don't know.
Like,
I have no idea. I love her more than anything in this world to the day that I die. I can't give you a 20-minute monologue on it right now. I don't know what the hell I would talk about.
dude, and you know what's funny is like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce don't have children. So like he hasn't watched her go through childbirth.
Oh yeah, good point.
She hasn't watched him like do anything other than play football, right? And so I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, because I could give you like a solid like maybe I could give you 5 because I've had children and I've watched my wife do the most amazing thing, right? But I don't know if I could get to 10. Like 20? What the fuck do two people what are you talking about for 20 minutes? Like, is Travis just up there talking about the Era store? He's like, oh man, that's when I fell in love. Song 3 that night.
Yeah, I'm like, when you told me this, I'm like, I mean, it was obviously there was a lot of famous people there. Were they just like giving shout outs the whole time? Like what?
I don't know.
I think I mean, there's obviously like with a lot of famous people, like this level of self-importance that's there, right? But then I would imagine like the more and more famous you get and the more and more attention you have, the more and more you just think that like people got to hear what I have to say. And I think we all have been to enough weddings to know that like there's a internal clock for everything. Okay.
Yeah.
We've all been to the wedding where the maid of honor or the best man talks too long. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or talks about shit that's like not interesting or only focuses on inside jokes that nobody else is on the inside of. And like to get to 20 minutes, you're probably doing a lot of all that. And I can't imagine that's a long time. That's a long time. That is a long time.
20 minutes, dude. 20 like do you know how much talking is 20 minutes?
Dude, it's
like
a lot. It's a lot.
So much talking in it's 20 minutes, dude. Like I talk for a living. 20 minutes, dude.
Like a regular, how long was in between commercials radio segment when you were doing a show by yourself? Like 13 minutes or something?
13. And like during summer,
when all you had was baseball to talk about?
Bruh. Oh my god. Getting to 13. Like there would be days where I'm talking and I'm like, oh, I'm spitting. I look at the clock. I got 7 minutes to go. Like, dude, 20 minutes each. I was just like, man, because it's not even like you gotta really love yourself to talk 20 minutes about something.
That's what I'm saying.
And to want to hear it. Like, I would just at some point, like, if Siobhan were like, I'm going to go on for 20 minutes, I'd cut her off. I'd be like, all right, last one. Come on, last one.
you and me can talk about the rest later. Last one.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to get to the reception. What are we doing? Like, let's go. Let's do this. And just Adam Sandler's just up there, just being the officiant and listening to you guys for 40 minutes and doesn't crack a joke. Or maybe he did crack a joke. I hope somebody cracked a fucking joke.
Yeah, maybe he did like stand up in between or something to keep people entertained. I don't know.
God, I hope there was like stand up going on while they were doing their vows. Like, and just so people didn't hear it. I don't know. Like, it's something. But yeah.
I can't imagine. That 40 minutes. Dude, I do solo podcast episodes. And like they're rarely 40 minutes or longer. And the amount of breaks I take while recording it.
Yeah.
To just get there. You know,
yeah.
They got a lot going on, but I'm not 40 minutes interested in it.
I don't think I love enough to do that for 20 minutes. I love love. Well, let's get into music. Christopher, before we get out of here. Our girl, brunch breakdown legend Olivia O'Brien just put out a new album, Pixie, and it's so good. Like, and there's something that I don't know if you've listened to it, Chris. Have you? Have you?
I saw that it came out.
Okay,
I have not listened to it though.
you need to get on it. Start at song three. Start at song
Okay.
three. Don't start at the first two. Because here's the thing: Olivia O'Brien is a very talented songwriter. We know this, but the first two songs, it feels like okay. For us to get the rest of this album, we need to let her get whatever the first two songs are out. We need to like get that out. Like I don't know, it's not it's not my jam, not it. But listen, I respect you as an artist. I'll let you do it because the rest of the album is flames. 3 to 15, money. Everything we love about Olivia O'Brien, freaking yeah. So I'm gonna put guest on the playlist, but like the whole album's fire. Start at song three though. Just start at song three. Let it ride.
All
Yeah.
right, I'll do that. Yeah, I saw 52 minutes of music from Olivia O'Brien. I was like, geez, I didn't know she had. She's been keeping a lot in, and I thought
I
she
know.
was letting it all out the whole time.
Dude, I know. And she like this album is super, super good. I just personally don't like the first two songs. You may like them, but I would start at song three and then you'll get back around to them. Get back around to them.
Okay, I'll do that. My favorite new ska band, Millington, put out a new song just a couple days ago called "I Won't Surrender." Um, if you're not, this is another one. Like if you're not in it, you don't see it. But if you're in it, and if you follow ska music, we're having a bit of a revival here, and Millington is at the forefront of it. Very excited about their new song.
Nice. Well, taking over my house this week, there's a new Descendants movie that just came out on Disney Channel, Descendants, Wicked, Wonderland, and Perfect Princess. Sounds like a 2000s Avril Lavigne song, and so I don't mind when that thing comes on. Like the chorus is fire, and yeah, kids love it, and yeah, that's all that's gonna be played in my house until a month until Camp Rock 3 comes out. Then I'm sure that will take over my house
Oh, I
too.
forgot about that.
So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, so we got new Descendants, we got new Camp Rock. It's big for the yeah, big for the kids in my house. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we got.
We are big on Descendants over here too, and I saw that when I opened up Disney Plus on Friday. We were like, we're gonna watch Moana animated before we go see Moana in theaters, which we saw yesterday. And when I pulled up Disney Plus, it immediately showed a new Descendants thing came out, and I was like, oh God, we got to switch away from it real quick because if they see that, then we're gonna be up until like 10 o'clock watching Descendants. But
Yep.
yeah, that's on our radar.
Yep.
And nothing, there are a few things for millennials that I think are more nostalgic than thinking about what you just made me think about, which is like Avril Lavigne singing an easy pop song in like a skate park.
Yep.
God,
And that's what that song feels like. Wait, like run that Perfect Princess song, and you'll be like, yep, you'll be right back there.
I
Be
love
right
it.
back there.
I love
So
it.
yeah.
Biba Doobie put out two new songs.
Yeah.
So we
yeah,
gotta put
she did.
we gotta put the Beebs on the playlist. Switchblade and Sun Has Set. Shout out the Beebs. We gotta get
Yeah.
Beebs on the podcast at some point, man.
We really do, because like I don't think she knows how much we've done for her career. Like,
No, it's her, Jordan Sparks, and I don't know. There's probably a third.
yeah, there's probably a third, but like the Biba Doobie, we've done a lot for Biba Doobie, but Switchblade is fire. That sounds really freaking good. Last one I'm putting on the playlist. Neo has a new album out, and he's got this song called "Thinking What I'm Thinking," and it is just a great, just R&B song, just about you and your lady on vacation, and it's just great, and I love it, and I love it so much. It's just like you and your girl on vacation, open up the mini bar. He says in one point, like it's just a fun song. So yeah, thinking what I'm thinking. Check it out.
Speaking of nostalgia, I love those. I love those social
God.
media posts that are like making what like R&B music videos look like in the early 2000s, which was basically just like a dude with amazing dance moves in the rain.
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't know why dancing in the rain looks good, or dancing in just the middle of a street that's like wet.
Yeah.
Like
Where's the traffic?
I
They
no
stop traffic for this dude.
Yeah, like just amazing. Like man, what a time.
We lived in the greatest era.
We really
Um,
did.
My last one, a band from that era who's making a comeback, Rufio. I talked about them a couple weeks ago. They put out a new song. The last song that I mentioned was like the re-recording of a previous song. This one is new and it's called Maps. And I love Rufio. And if you need some energy injected into your life, they are the band to go to. So shout out.
Nice. All right. Well, that's what we are listening to. Tell Siri, tell Alexa to play the sounds of brunch updated every week with 2 weeks of songs on it. So if you missed 1 week, check it out, and then you'll get 2 weeks. It's great. Dan will update that whenever he gets back from covering the fire. So it might be delayed. So that's how it'll be. All right. Christopher Gates, 80 final thoughts today on the brunch breakdown.
Yeah, speaking of the fires, we're gonna go to the pool here today, and I think I'm gonna take a cue from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce because we got a little bit of smoke in the area still. We're gonna go to the pool, and the weather forecast says, just check on your kids, make sure, that the smoke in the air is not bothering them too much. So I think every time Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift end their vows, I'm gonna check on my kids just to make sure that they're a 20-minute wellness check. Every 20 minutes, I'm gonna check on the kids, and I'm also gonna think, God damn, that's how long Travis Kelce talked for? Jeez.
The brunch breakdown. We're out.